Only a quick update video. I'm still resting up. My knees still playing up, my hips still playing up, my lower back still playing up. We're just waiting for the plasterer to turn up and make good around the front door from the landlords. And then that'll all be sorted out. I've been out grounding in the garden with the dogs this morning after making up some pasta for them. Having some cheese pasta and mango chutney sauce squirted in it. So my appetite's back. The abscess I've already popped, like I said. I've just got to keep, every time it fills up, I'll leave it a little while and then re-pop it. That's what's been causing the sweating, as my body fights the poison within it and brings it all to the surface for healing. Dogs are all quiet. Old mutilated Willow here, Lola, Marnie, and Hulkster, all on their doggy quilt on top of my quilt. The neighbours have been trying to wind up the dogs and hype them up this morning, banging things about and blah blah blah. And then we had the first caller at the house, which was Anglian Water, who wanted to come and read the water meter. I said, well, if you want to move the dog shit off it, mate, you're welcome to. He said, oh, no, I don't really fancy that. I said, well, I've refused to have a smart meter put in the house because it affects my body's electromagnetic system. And I just won't have one. He said, well, between me and you, he said, a lot of people are doing that. So he said, no worries. I said, look, I'm trying to keep my dogs calm at the moment because I was expecting the plasterer. I said, if Anglian Water want to let me know in advance when they want to come and read the meter, I can give you access to the meter. It's not a problem. But at the moment, I'm waiting for a plasterer to turn up, so I want the dogs nice and calm because I have the dogs in the house, and obviously, you know, the hype about the dogs. And there's nothing wrong with the dogs, you know what I mean? But people are trying to hype the dogs up before, you know, the builders turn up, leaving the gate open so the dogs rush at the fence every time a dog walks past the back fence. So, part of the conditions for Willow is that I have to have secure fencing and all that sort of thing, which I was in the process of doing before the government made me spend out all that money and divert my funds onto that. So it stopped me from putting up my secure fence, didn't it? Which the neighbours are still playing on. Yeah? But I can't do everything at once. My washing machine's currently broken down. So next week I'm ordering a new washing machine for the first time ever. Because I've always had to make do with second-hand ones and repairing the old one to keep it going, to eke out my finances and live within my means. I could replace the springs and get a new water pump for the washing machine and eke it out a bit longer. But why should I have to? Why should I have to keep diverting my funds because of government scams and schemes? So currently I'm resting in my bed, resting up my disability. Still not smoking tobacco. And my vape needs a top up, so I will quickly do that while I'm talking away. everything else is good. As soon as payday gets out, I'll be working out how much money I've got to do everything with. Hang on. So I can live within my means further. I'm just putting this on here so I can fill that up rather than just chuck it down on the bed, which is dirty because the dogs lay on it. Yeah, and currently I can't keep up with my washing, so I'm just being a minger at the moment, like the dogs who need a bath as well. But I've got no one judging me because there's no one coming in my house saying, "Oh, you smelly bastard," "Oh, this, that and the other." Yeah, so I don't really give a shit anyway. I'm having to live like this because this is how we have to live sometimes in the UK. Doesn't mean I don't keep myself clean as possible. I can get up and have a shower if I want to. I can have a wash if I want to. So I'll finish one of these already, but there's a bit left in the bottom, so I'll just pop the cap off of that and squirt that in the other new bottle. So I'm on the second vape now, since I got them last time. When did I go out? Can't remember when I last went out to get that. It was a few days back anyway, so I've gone through one vape juice and I'm just starting the second one. Not missing tobacco at all at the moment, so that's good. I'm getting ready for my medical grade vaping, which has to be done with a medical grade vapor. I don't know what that entails, whether I have to buy a special one or whether I've already got one, which is a dry bud vape. But the tobacco's got to go, but I need the pain relief. So I can't take the dihydrocodeine anymore because it's caused my teeth to be rotting from the inside outwards. So I'm popping abscesses and cleaning abscesses at the moment, which I begun yesterday when it popped at the front of my jaw. It's making it hard to eat stuff, so it's making me eke out the last of my food. And the pasta I put in with the dog's food, I'm just adding a bit of cheese with it while it's hot and a bit of mango juice or whatever. Just eking out my final little bit until my next pay cycle. So all good on that. Well living within my means. I've just bought a brand new scooter. Like I said, as soon as I get proper dry days, I can test it out and see if it works properly or not. I couldn't get it going at first, but I'm probably doing something silly and wrong with it. And then someone told me, "Oh yeah, you have to scoot it." And I thought, "Oh, it's fucking heavy. I don't really want to be scooting it in front of the neighbours in case I do something wrong or whatever and fall off it or something stupid." Because it's quite heavy to push along, to scoot along. But once you get it going, it's, I thought there was something wrong with it. So if that turns out to be a dud, I'm going to have to buy another one, and I'm just stuck with that one. So what I'm going to do is, if I can't get it going, I'll have a ask about, see if anyone wants it, to buy it. Brand new. I said, I can't get it going. I said, but I'm probably doing something wrong with it. And whatever I can get from that will go towards me going to Halfords and buying one instead of trying to do it through Amazon. It was only because I had the money to do it. I did say to someone, well, if I had the opportunity to walk into a frigging shop and buy one in this country for a sensible price, then I'd probably do that rather than ride an old people's shopping cart. I've had people tell me they're illegal. It's not illegal if you're fucking disabled and riding on it, is it? Because you're allowed to ride a mobility scooter on the frigging pavement. What's the difference between a mobility scooter and a younger person's looking scooter? There's no difference. He's got a seat on it. It's obviously because I'm disabled, I'm sitting on the fucker. So, excuse my French. So, again, it's a silly Acton statute, isn't it? It's got lights on it. It's got brakes on it. You don't need a licence or insurance for a frigging old people's mobility scooter, do you? And you don't need one if you're a younger disabled person riding on a younger person's mobility scooter. Just because it's slightly different doesn't mean I'm doing anything illegal on it, does it? So if I need to go on-road or off-road as I manoeuvre around the public safely, I will do so. You know? The same as I do with my bike. If I'm medicated and can't ride on the road legally, I'll just switch to the pavement. And when the police look at me, I'll go straight to the police and say, "You got a problem? I saw you watching me." No. I said, "Well, I'm riding on the pavement, but I am aware of the public, and I'm medicated at the moment. So I can't ride on the road safely, but I can safely manoeuvre myself around any slow-moving public on the path." She said, "Yeah, I've got no problem with that." I said, "Okay, thank you, bye." You know what I mean? So, it's all interpretation, isn't it? Yes, no, you can't, but you can if you know why. Same as the dog Acton statute. It's all about interpretation. Right? We've done nothing wrong. The dogs have done nothing wrong. So there's no one coming to harm my dogs or take my dogs away. They're not types. They are staffies and hybrids. Right? They're not types. We was unwittingly told that Willow was an XL, but I don't think she is. As a dog breeder, I don't think she is. I can see other breeds by looking at my past dogs. Shape of the nose, head, everything else, bone structure, everything. I can see all that. Whereas the government go by measurements, this, that and the other. It's all bullshit. I can tell as a dog breeder, and that's the most important thing. So I can explain that in court and win, should it get pushed to that. So I'm not worried about that sort of bullshit. They're guarding me. I'm suffering from PTSD. I have anxiety issues as well because of the PTSD, so that's all good. Yeah. Hopefully this plasterer will turn up before I doze off for a nap or something, like I have been doing in the afternoons, because I'm starting to feel my age a bit. Last night I didn't get to sleep till, 03:33 on the thermostat clock in the hallway. No, sorry, on the phone, because I didn't get out of bed. I thought that'd do. I've had a nap, so. And I woke up this morning about 10:15, something like that. So I had enough sleep. So I probably won't need a nap today, but you never know. As the body tells you in it while it's fighting the abscesses and everything else, because that's when your body heals, when you're asleep. Weather's a lot warmer this morning. I was out grounding with the dogs in the garden, like I said, just sitting on the swing bench while the back gate was being left open yet again for the little dog walkers that walked past. All right. And I thought, yeah, you're doing this deliberately now, isn't it? Because every time the dogs rush at the divide fence that I put up, look, so they can't get to the back fence, someone leaves the gate open at the back now for them to see the other dogs and rush at the fence, because she likes to bring dogs into her garden, bring them right up to the fence to tempt my dogs. Last time she did it with a German Shepherd, and I had Roxy staying here, who I was retraining to protect my grandson Tyler. The Alsatian, or the German Shepherd, handler as well, was brought right up to the fence, and it was being calm. I said, that's a bit stupid, mate. Why are you testing my dog? You don't know it. Your dog's already sensing its energy, so it shouldn't even be approaching it, and you are forcing it to move closer to the fence. Are you trying to get my dog to jump the fence to attack your German Shepherd? Right? By that point, Roxy is going absolutely batshit crazy, and I'm having to grab her by the scruff of the neck, and she's trying to bite my hand as if to say, I'm trying to protect you, I'm trying to protect you. I said, can you go away now, mate, please, before she assumes control and attacks. I'm only doing my gardening out in the garden with her while she's protecting me from those idiots that you are doing this for. As he's walked back to the back door, she's come out. He's repeated what she said, and she laughed. I thought, exactly, you wanted him to do that. You wanted him to do that. So it is you that's doing that. Right? So the same thing's going on at the moment, trying to get the dogs to rush to the back fence again. Right? And I can't get out there to do it properly at the moment because, like I said, I have to do things bit by bit. I'm not going to be rushed just because she wants a new fence up. Fuck her. She had me put in prison. You know what I mean? Getting involved in a judge's decision to manipulate the situation because she didn't like any lyrical content that was coming from my back garden when I was out there enjoying myself, pottering about, doing my little chores and tasks around the garden, you know what I mean? Trying to make it a better place to live. It's all controlling, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's a sign of a what? Controlling behaviour is a sign of a what? Right? So, I don't have nothing to do with her anymore. I politely said out loud as she shuffled off down the path on her walking frame. Politely said out loud, shut your gate, please. And as she shuffled off, while my music was playing and I'm feeding my dogs and eating my dinner, after I looked and checked that the gate was shut, I said out loud, thank you. End of subject, right? The lovely Lithuanian family, they was out in the garden listening to me going, you know, saying about it out loud. When I was saying, he keeps leaving that fucking gate open, kiss me the hump, do you know what I mean? Because I know why they're doing it. And then people started banging stuff about to agitate the dogs, and then the dog walkers come past. And I thought, yeah, you're doing it deliberately, you fucking idiots. I've caught you again doing it. So you're trying to wind the situation up with the dogs before workmen come to the house. Oh. So what false impression are they trying to create about these dogs? Anglian Water came here, wanted to read the meter. As you know, I've already explained that. So I can't let you in at the moment because I'm trying to calm the dogs down. That's okay, so they come back and read the meter when they give me a bit of notice, instead of just turning up at my door. Yeah. Because I defend my space. And my dogs defend their space. And me. Don't you, Marnie Moo? Up you get, boy. Come on. Good boy. That's it. My good boy, ain't ya? There you go, he's just having a look at it himself. But he knows. But the dogs, when I lose my temper and get the hump, the dogs just get out of my way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, next time I walk the Willow, or any of the dogs, it's me that's going to put the muzzle on to take the piss out of the antisocial behaviour order. That ain't worth the paper it's written on. Because they was all clearly defined in the police station. Right. Marnie's my PTSD trauma dog. I don't think they're going to order the destruction of a PTSD trauma dog, are they? That I've trained myself. And he's only a staffy. So he's not an XL, he's not a type. He's just a bigger twin of little old Hulkster Staffy there. So I'm not worried about that. I'm aware they want another court case for another setup, because I was warned about it. So I've got this constant little game going on between those in the community that are playing up, and also those on the Facebook community who are playing up. One of which was Cambridgeshire Police, who kept popping up in my feed. So before I blocked them from popping up in my feed anymore, in my news feed anymore, I commented on their post, what can we do to make Cambridgeshire safer? Or what can we do? Something about improving or something like that. It was some smart ass remark. I said, well, fucking corrupt from top to tail in your organisation. So no trust, no help. Something to that effect. Yeah. Just don't forget, before I got sent to prison for that trumped up charge after being provoked and set up in that situation, the actual charges were signed by the Chief Constable of Cambridgeshire himself. Right? After they flew over my house, tried to buzz me with their helicopter. And I flicked the bird at it. I keep referring back to it, but I've been telling the truth about it all along. You know? Be fucking buzzing over me. I don't allow drones flying over me either. Yeah, I even said to the landlords, if I see that drone up there again, I said, because you came round because I painted an anarchy sign on the wall when I ran out of paint. And then went and bought some proper weather shield and give it a couple of coats over. I said, but all the neighbours was like looking at it and seeing it and complaining, trying to get film shots of it and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, I said to him, even saw the drone up there, mate. I said, if I see it up there again, trying to spy from a distance, I said, I'll shoot the fucker down. I'll buy an air rifle and shoot the fucker down. You know what I mean? An air rifle's legal, isn't it? Yeah, to the dogs, it's just aggravating to the dogs. They just hear a buzzy thing and they think it's a fly or a fucking something invading, so they get irritated and start jumping about, and you know what I mean? So, no, I'm not having none of that. Spying. We've got enough spying on our emails, on our fucking WhatsApp accounts, on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, on everything nowadays. Yeah? In case people are selling second-hand goods that can be taxed for their wars. You know what I mean? Yeah, overtax, mate. Corrupt, and then pocket in the change. Right? So, punishing the taxman by not smoking tobacco. Just using Poundland vape juice. But should the power grid go down, I won't be able to use that, will I? What am I going to do then? Oh, that's right, I'll have my medical cannabis, won't I? And if the companies won't be able to function, then I'll have to make other alternatives, won't I? Oh, I've got solar panels on my roof and a garden out the back there. So once I've got my legal rights, which is all being done through the medical side of it, then if I have to sort it out myself, then I'm legally able to do that. Because I'll have to provide my own medication then, won't I? If you see what I'm saying. But that's only as a last resort, because it's a very expensive thing to do with rising energy costs and things like that. And then you've got to think about security and people thieving off you and all sorts of shit, you know what I mean? So it's a very risky thing to do. Cost effectiveness, it's easier and cheaper to go through the medical route. And do it that way legally as well. But if you do have to do it yourself, once you've got your legal rights, then you know you're not going to get in trouble for doing it. Which is how you force the law to change, isn't it? To make it relevant to this day and age. Any act and statute can be repealed, can't it? See what I'm saying? That's why I don't take no notice of their bullshit. It's all about money. It forced me to pump 600 quid in, or just over 600 quid into the local economy when I didn't need to. Each part of that economy is providing taxes to the government. You see how schemes work now. So, yeah, there you go. Quick half an hour video. You're quite happy snoring away there, girl. Aren't they, Marnie? Yeah. It's them your bitches, are they? Aren't they? You'd like them both to be your bitches, wouldn't they? But you can't push your little brother out the loop, can you? No. Or he gets anxious and turns into the Incredible Hulk, doesn't he? And attacks you. Whether you're bigger than him or not. Because that's what staffies do. Right. So at the moment, Marnie's running around like Billy Big Bollocks. But when I've got the funds to get them all snipped, then I will do. But I'm not being pushed by the fucking authorities to do it because they want a fence put up. I need to get a washing machine so I can clean my own house and put it in order. And there just ain't enough to go round. But saying that, I've now got to update my disability benefit with the new information about the PTSD and the anxiety and the state of my mobility now. I'm not going out because it's too painful at the moment, so unless I can do it on a bike slowly, whether I need to go out in the rain or not, the mobility scooter has that drawback where you can't use them in the rain, so you need to have something that you can get a little bit of physical exercise on, whether it be really, really slowly or not, as a backup plan. So, but I'm veering off using the bike only when I need to go and get something. I'll order off a new bus pass on payday as well. That's going to cost another £8, but that's only 2 bus rides, so I don't mind paying that for a replacement one. I'm just not going to do my head in looking for it. So if it costs me £8, it costs me £8. And then when it turns up, or if it turns up, I think I lost it on the bus, to be quite honest with you. Probably was on my lap and fell off or something. Usually I put them straight in my pocket, but my head was spinning that day. So I wasn't totally concentrating on something. So that's what's been going on. That's how things stand today. From the lack of heating, the arthritis in my right knee started playing up yesterday, and that made an almighty crack, just like the other one that's popped, or the leftover damage from the popping what was the original thing. So I have to take it easy. I know my limits, and I'm getting older, so I'm having to avoid the caffeine and slow down, only using the caffeine if I feel ill or I've got loads of stuff that I've got to do and I need the energy to do it. Currently on the lemon and ginger tea. Same as what I used to drink in prison, basically. Doesn't need any milk, doesn't need any coffee creamer, nor does the coffee. And I'm not a baby, am I? I don't need formula or udder milk, should I say politely? I have to watch my language because there's so many snowflakes out there that your slightest comment can be mistaken, or they think it's aimed at them or whatever. You know what I mean? Or the censors say, you can't say that. Well, fuck you, actually, I can say whatever the hell I damn please. That's called freedom of speech. Right? And that we do have in this country. Not freedom of speech, but mind what you say, like it is in America. But it's getting that way over here. As they try to change and target the bulldog breed, which I'm part of, aren't I? Because we are all Tommy, aren't we? And I'm not talking about no fucking anti-Islamic bullshit, idiots. Remember the wisdom of Solomon on that one. Solomon's temple fell because he used jinn to build it. Queen started selling jinn, and she ended up dead as well. Just saying. And who taught the people how to make alcohol in the first place? Oh. So it all came from Rome then, didn't it? And the monks. And then they started realising that once people started drinking it and they started getting addicted to it, then they could tax it higher and higher and higher. Because people were addicted to it. Just like they're addicted to their jabs. You see what I mean? They have to have another one to make them feel safe because the government tells them that. Now it's turning out that, COVID. And you know what the word may means in legalese? Because it's all in contract language, isn't it? When they talk about they're investigating a report and they want the data and blah, blah, blah. And it may implicate COVID vaccinations as the root cause. So you know what legal terminology is being used for as they investigate it all now. And the war crime that's been committed upon the British people by these globalist idiots that want their new world order and the Pope's head of it. Right? So, fuck off to him, and fuck off to that silly Klaus Schwab, the communist Nazi, who wants to rule the world with his organisation. Fuck off to the lot of them. How do you like them apples? Right, so what we got? 39 minutes. Let's wind it up now. Okay. Right, have a lovely day. I'm waiting for a plasterer, so could be any time. Okay. Have a lovely Monday.